Good morning, Northdale. Happy Friday, February 12th. I am Mr. Schreiner.
And I am Mr. Felge coming at you live, dressed like every tech ed teacher ever. We are happy to bring you this edition of Northdale News with the help of our fantastic technical director, Mr. Schultz.
He is technically directing us here. We're here to bring you the information you need every morning, as well as some information that you don't.
Speaking of which, for example, the Supreme Court building has a basketball court in it named, I kid you not, the highest court in the land. There's not a word of that was a lie. Google it.
The highest court in the land, Supreme Court Justices ballin'. Incredible as always, Sean. On to our announcements today. Picture retakes will be held on Monday, February 22nd from 7:30 to 4 p.m. in Gym 4. Please bring your picture order packet with you or pictures you wish to retake. Anyone who has not had their picture taken or would like retakes are welcome to attend. Please enter door number 3, which is found on the south end of the building. You are welcome to pick up a picture order packet outside the office. You know, Sean, when I was in middle school, they just gave me a retake form without me even need to ask.
That explains so much, Mr. Schreiner. You do absolutely have a face for radio. You know, on Fridays here at Northdale News, we are hoping to bring you some interviews and some special segments with some other teachers and staff members. With students coming back into the building next week on Tuesday, we wanted to remind you all what to expect when you come back to Northdale Middle School. Here is an interview with with our counselor, Ms. Augustine.
Welcome to our Friday interview piece. I'm here with a very special guest to talk to us about hybrid learning. I'll let my guest introduce herself.
Hi everyone, I'm Ms. Augustine. I'm one of the school counselors here at Northdale, and I'm excited to see you next week.
So Ms. Augustine, thank you so much for sitting down with us. I just want to ask a few questions to help students remember what it's going to be like for hybrid learning. Why don't you take a minute here to remind us about mask wearing and social distancing?
Yes, because as you know, we're in the midst of a pandemic still. And while we're excited for the students to be back in the building, we have to still practice COVID safety practices. So masks have to be worn at all times, making sure you're covering your mouth and your nose. And of course, when you're eating in the cafeteria, you can take it off.
Of course.
But yes.
Now, we've seen some kids have questions about lockers. How are lockers going to work in this COVID era?
Great question again. So we realize that it's winter in Minnesota. Kids are going to have thick jackets. Some might have boots. So we need a place to store those. So for what we're going to do is we are going to have students when they enter the building, they can use the locker, and then we're not going to use the locker again until the end of the day. And that's just to practice social distancing.
So lockers are just for storing our coats, our boots, and things like that, and then we'll stay away from the day.
We'll stay away. Kids can have their backpacks to carry their materials from class to class.
Now, as far as washing hands and hand sanitizer, we have, can you speak to the difference between the two? Is there anything kids need to know?
You know what? I think they're both really good practices to have during this time, and as always. But washing your hands, you should do it for 20 minutes with hot water, or 20 seconds with hot water. Sing the alphabet or something as you're washing your hands. I'm a hand sanitizer person myself. It's just quick, one pump, and we're really fortunate. We have hand sanitizer in every classroom and common areas throughout Northdale.
Okay, so we shouldn't be worried about using hand sanitizer. Now, one other question we've come across are lunches. How is lunch going to be different this year for kids?
Well, we will still have the fantastic options at Northdale.
Of
we
course.
have amazing cafeteria food. So we will have social distancing in the lines, and then we have a contactless checkout. So Ms. Cook will just check you out. It's very simple, very easy. And then, of course, when you're sitting at the tables, we have the areas marked with red tape where students can sit. Again, we have to remember social distancing.
So kids sit on the red tape.
Absolutely. And, they're dispersed, but you can still talk to your friends.
Now, as the day ends, what is the bus procedure going to look like this year? Is there anything different?
It's pretty much the same. The only thing is when you go to your locker to get your things before you go out, but, we have friendly staff out there to help you on your bus. And each bus driver has some different rules for following the safety procedures, so your bus driver will let you know that.
Excellent. Now, as kids come back next week, do you have anything you'd like to say to the kids before they get here?
We are just so excited to have you here. We cannot wait. We have missed you.
An excellent interview from an excellent interviewer, I must say.
I couldn't possibly agree with you more. You know, here at Northdale Middle School, we practice valor, which is valuing ourselves and others, accepting change. We are always learning and growing, owning our actions, and we are always refusing to give up. It's going to be a balmy -6 degrees today, so remember to keep warm outside this weekend, students. And yes, we do look forward to seeing each and every one of you on Tuesday. Or
Yes.
the A kids, I guess, on Tuesday.
The A kids, yes. And guys, thank you so much for these suggestions. Please keep the news ideas, these news ideas coming. I mean, lots of brains here help. However, I do want to have one special note here. Miss Dahl, your idea, thank you. We appreciate it, but I just don't think we can get that many raccoons in the building.
It's really, it's logistics.
It's anyways, see you next week, guys.
Have a great weekend, everyone.